In talking about writing nonfiction articles, we want to talk about where you can have these articles placed, the length of the articles, the research that's required, the structure of writing your articles, and one of the best places to put your articles. Well, Jill heard the phone ring. She ran and answered it. She heard from an editor of a magazine that she had been hoping to write for. And then she woke up. Wouldn't it be good if you were to get a magazine editor call you and offer you to be able to write an article? And not only to write one article, but to write many short nonfiction articles. And they could be on any topics that you were passionate about. And as many articles as you wish, with no chance of rejection. Well, that would be an even greater dream for Jill, wouldn't it? And for us too. Let's talk about where we can put articles. Well, they can be in magazines, they can be on websites, and they can be in some sections of newspapers. And then let's talk about the length of articles. If you do some research on this, you will find anywhere from 800 to 1,000 words. Another site says 500 to 1,500 words. And then another place says 300 to 1,000 plus. So let's just take the outside parameters of that and say 300, did I say 3,000? I meant 300 to 1,000 plus. So let's just take the outside parameters of that and say 300 to 2,000 words. Well, then we want to think about the research that's involved in doing that. And so you need to consider these things. What kind of information do you need? And then how much information do you need? That will be determined by the number of words that you are shooting for. Then, where is the best possible place to get it? Well, think about what you've ever read on this topic. Think about what you've ever thought about this topic before you have your own research. Think about what you have written on this topic before. And then turn to outside sources. Now, the internet has provided us a wonderful thing in being able to do a search on many different topics. So you could go do some online research. And whenever you do this, you need to be a little more careful maybe than in the past on checking some of the sources for online articles or information that you get online, because you may find 3 different places that say about the same thing, and yet they may have got all their information from the same place. So just be careful in checking out where you get your information and when you're verifying it. Well, then you can talk to interesting people. If you know somebody that's an expert in this field or somebody that has experience in this field, you could talk to them, interview them. And now you can do it at a distance. You could do it over the phone, or you could do it through Skype or Zoom or through some online platform. And then, of course, you could meet with them in person too. Then you want to add some interest factors. So these could be interesting facts that are related to your topic, maybe not directly related to what you're writing about, but you could throw in an interesting fact or two. You could throw in some humorous items that's related to your topic in general. And then, as I mentioned in the last video, you could add some stories that would illustrate your point. So we talked about where and the links and the research. Well, then you want to structure your article. And it would be to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. In the beginning, you want to try to hook your reader and try to tell them why they need to read your article and state the main point of what your article is about. Then in the middle, you will have more paragraphs that give more detail. And then at the end, you tie it all together. Well, where is the best place, perhaps, to put your articles? Well, we mentioned magazines at the beginning, and those are still good. Maybe harder and may not be as good as it used to be. And newspapers, you could pitch an article to newspapers, or you could place them on a website. And probably the best website would be your own website, where you would have your own website and your own articles. And then think about doing that. By placing these articles on your own website, you will be building a platform. Then when you get ready to write your book, and if you pitch the idea to an agent who would contact a traditional publisher for you, one of the things they will be interested in is your platform. Do you have a platform, and do you have a following? And one of the best places to build that is on your own website or your own accompanying blog. One of the reasons building a platform is a good reason for doing that, but just think about it. You are in complete control of your writing. You own all of that content. You get to write on topics of your choice. You have no boss to answer to except yourself. You set your own hours. You can take off whenever you want, and you can write from anywhere you want to. So I hope that you will consider writing nonfiction articles. And the battery was getting low. Consider writing nonfiction articles. Hope this has been helpful to you, and you will join me again another time for Walking with Randy, where we talk about writing, speaking, coaching, marketing, and marriage. And if this has been helpful to you, and you're seeing it on my blog, and you'd like more tips like these, then just go to the top of the page and click on the word writing. And you will find many articles about writing there. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, it would be great if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you would like to leave a comment below, that would be great too. Well, I hope you have a good day, and I'll say bye until next time for Walking with Randy.